This is the Beyond the Box dumbbell workout. Before we get into the workout, check out our Instagram post for the warm-up. Want to make sure we're getting ready for the workout by increasing your heart rate, increasing your body temperature, and you're starting to sweat a little bit before you get into it. For our strength portion today, we're going to be building to a heavy 2 reps in our dumbbell power clean. Want to make sure that we're being explosive through the legs so that we're not doing all the pulling with our arms. So this is going to be done as 4 sets of 2 reps, building to a heavy set of 2. Start light, add weight, or go heavier as you go, or what to working on technique and focusing on our explosiveness through the hips. The power clean starts on the floor. Want to make sure that when we go down, 2 ways you can power clean. You can do a sumo power clean, or we can do a traditional power clean, which has the dumbbells on either side of us like a suitcase carry. So start with the power clean, the sumo power cleans. So weights are between our feet. I prefer this because, one, it allows me to actually stand a little bit wider and allows me to get a little bit lower to the floor, which helps me to maintain an upright chest. So as I send my hips back and then drop the hips and knees at the same time, get the weight here, I actually need to touch one end of the dumbbell to the floor. So as I'm here, I'm going to swing dumbbells between the legs, drive, and then catch them on my shoulders in that power position. That's the sumo stance. The traditional would be dumbbells on the side. Again, I only need to touch one end of the dumbbells to the floor. So as I go down, try and keep your chest up, eyes forward. If I were to lay the dumbbells on both ends down, it puts me a little bit too low and a little bit too crouched. So only one end so that you can have a little bit more of the upright stance. As I stand it up. So I want to get that pop in the hips. Catch the dumbbells, pull the dumbbells to my shoulders, catch them in this quarter squat or partial squat position, and then stand up from there for that power clean. Once you've done your 4 sets of 2, building up to what would be a heavy set of 2 for you today, that should be at the weight or should set you up for the weight that will be done for the Metcon. The Metcon is a bit of a longer one. Every 8 minutes for 32 minutes, that's going to be 4 sets for time of 100 mountain climbers, 20 dumbbell bent over rows, and 10 dumbbell power cleans. The RX weight for the men is 50 pounds, for the women, 35 pounds. Take a look at the movements. The mountain climbers can be done with your hands on the floor, or you can use the dumbbells as a platform or as handles. But the mountain climbers start in a high plank or straight arm plank position. We want to make sure that we're bracing, so don't sag the hips. So I'm sagging the hips here. I'm not really bracing my midline. I'm going to take a big breath, and I'm going to tighten up and bring my hips up a little bit and get that activation in my deep abdominal muscles. Hold that position. And then for the mountain climbers, 1 rep is my knee to my elbow and back for 1, 2. And if I go faster, want to make sure that I am stable and I'm keeping square to the floor. And I'm not bouncing around or rotating a whole bunch through my hips. So we're not doing this. And we're not bouncing here. So try not to bounce and try not to rotate too much through the hips. Try and keep the hips nice and steady and level, and you're just driving the knees and feet up. I could also do that holding my dumbbells as handles. And maybe a bit of a cue would be to try and pull the dumbbells towards your toes, and then that's going to help you activate, and then go into your mountain climbers. From there, once you've done 100 mountain climbers, you're going to go into 20 dumbbell bent over rows. So dumbbells from the floor, bring them to that bent over position. If you need to, you can stand up and then go down into that hang position. Activate through the shoulders, so scapular retraction, and then pull the elbows up and your hands back, touching the dumbbells just below your chest line. Once you've done your 20 dumbbell bench over rows, then you're going to go into 10 touch and go dumbbell power cleans. So one of the dumbbells needs to touch the floor. 1, 2, 3, and you'll do that until you hit 10. The key to not fatiguing too fast is to use your legs. As you notice, as I stood up, I'm getting that pop for the power through the legs, pop the hips, and then I'm pulling the dumbbells up, using that momentum, and then getting under and catching them, pulling myself under and catching them on my shoulders. So again, a little bit slow motion there for you. Stand them up. So a reminder, every 8 minutes for 32 minutes for time. That'll be 4 sets. Rest, get through that as fast as you can, and then you get a rest for the time remaining in each interval. Be careful that you don't go too hard or too fast out of the gate. Use the first set as a gauge or a measurement of the effort that you need to put in for the later rounds. Get after it and have fun.